Shalom. Kahala Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Waha Rachakadash. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this word and rule well. Peace and blessings to the Akim that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity. The Samathia from the GMS Dallas camp, and wanted to go into a quick lesson in regards to the days that we're in. We are in the final stretch. We're at the finish line, you know. And what I mean by that is the finish line of the end of Esau's rulership, the end of Esau's kingdom, right? We can see that. Look what's going on in the world. Nothing is what it seems to be from the past. Everything prior to what's going on, starting, I would say maybe around, you could say 2019, but truly, definitely going to the end of 2019, around October, November timeframe, we see a dramatic change, especially going on with this COVID-19. So now we're seeing the money shortage of coins. This is some serious times. Some serious times. People are still kind of calm because even when you ain't working, you're making money. But that's going to be cut out this year, this month. And what's coming after that? What is coming after that when you start seeing people not being able to pay for their bills? Now a lot of these, these look forgiveness, leniency type bill pays has been cut out kind of. So you're gonna start seeing all these companies saying, hey, we need our bill, need our payment, or things will be getting cut off or taken away. Keep in mind, we got I want to say 40-some million people that has filed for unemployment. That ain't changed, and more jobs are coming to come. More and more jobs. So we are in those times where we have to stay prayed up and know what's going on. And this has been spoken through the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, starting from our apostles of GMS, Apostle Tar, okay, on down. All right, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramlab, Apostle Rakar. You know what I'm saying? From the elders on down, to the final tier of the order. And his order here on earth, through the Spirit is starting with our elders of GMS, going through the Spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. Every man strive for his own salvation, but we still, have that order. But not to, digress, but we supposed to be in a good cheer. All right. We seen this, because we've been prophesying about it. And I'm going to start with this. This is Revelations 19, verse 10. It says, and this is John, the Revelator, talking to the angel. All right. And he's showing them what's going on with as far as of the time of the end of the world, before the kingdom of heaven is brought upon earth. Okay. It says, Revelation 19:10, it says, and I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. So we're supposed to, like I say, constantly pray and stay in the spirit of prophecy. All right. Brothers are always putting up articles and different things, what's going on, like I said, sometimes you do have to kind of step back from, from all the bad things you're seeing, but it's hard to do now. But regardless, these times we're in now, we should be rejoicing because, like I said, you see too much of anything, you think, oh, this can kind of bring you down a little bit, kind of wear you down, because through the flesh. But spiritually, it keeps you on fire to see what's going on with this world. It keeps you on fire to see what's going on with Israel starting to wake up. You know, uh, uh, let me see here. Um, the elder over in South Carolina shared that video through his GMS South Carolina walking talk. If I'm saying it correctly, of the family that drove from Louisiana to provide them with gifts, through the spirit, like you say, people say, "Oh, they praising men." No, no, through the men of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, they're searching for blessing. They're searching for mercy. Okay, as are the men who's actually prophesying. You know, this is a thing that's just a life or death thing. Every day we go on, always on the highways and byways, right? But with that gave me, oh man, I know that that could bring tears to your eyes to watch that video. He had his whole family. The whole family is in the truth. That was beautiful. We should be in good cheer. Come on, because we're the elect of Israel. Lord willing, I am of that flock, and Lord willing, the men who's in the truth now and steady getting the word and actually hearkening to the words are, you know, the elect, because it's time, right? Man, this is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful time, right? But through these beautiful times, we're going to go through trials and tribulations. But hey, let's just keep pushing, right? Um, yeah, let me go. This is John 16, and I wanted to start at I'm gonna start at verse 28. It says, "I am," and this is Yahweh Shai, right? This is Yahweh Shai, and because through the King James six, what is through the King James version, right? It shows that in John 16, or just throughout in red is Yahweh Shai speaking, right? So here we go. It says John 16 and 28. It says, "I come forth from the Father, and I and am come into the world. Again, I leave the world and go to the Father." And Yahweh Shai, he left the world and went to the Father, right? He came and he walked perfectly on the world, and he actually did miracles in the world. And why was things that show that he had power here, even as a man? But the thing is, he walked perfectly. He knew what he came to do for is to lay his life down as a sacrificial lamb for the nation of Israel, mainly for the elect, right? What did he say in what is that? John 4. He said, I come, uh you know what you worship, for salvation is of the Jews. Let me make sure. John 4 and 20, 21. This is John 4 and 21. It says, Yahweh said unto her, Woman, believe me, till hours cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Um, Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. And we know what we worship, right? We worship Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because we were brought forth. The days of remembrance is here. As Apostle Tahar deemed this the year of prophecy. These days are here, right? And like you say, when you say salvation of the Jews, in that time we know during the time of Yahweh Shai, during the Roman captivity, we had the Southern Kingdom that was under suggestion of the Romans here. I mean, well, not here, but because we know that the Northern Kingdom had came over here to the Western world, right? Hey, but he said, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. And these heathen, they don't worship Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. 2/3 of our people don't worship him. You have some that may know a lot of Israel know they Israel, but some of them don't want to work to the best of their ability to abide by the law, statute, and commandments to the best of their ability. I mean, not trying to say we trying to just be Yahweh Shai, because we undid too much here, and we showed throughout history that Israel can't go get through that, right? So, and that's going through the Levitical priesthood, right? Everything was changing. That was predestined, but everything was through Yahweh Shai, okay? That the priesthood would come through the order of Melchizedek. You can read Hebrews 7, right? But let's keep going here. I wanted to get into, like I say, get back into John. This is back in John 16 and verse 29. It says, his disciples said unto him, Lo, now speaketh thou plainly and speaketh no proverb. So he's saying, hey, speak to us direct. These are, disciples. And what he says, now are we that thou know of all things, that needest not that any man should ask thee. By this we believe that thou comest forth from Yahweh. Okay. And verse 31, it says, Yahweh shall answer them, do ye now believe? So he's asking a question. Do ye now believe now? He have showed these works, these miracles and things like that. You've walked with him, So that's how, that's how they believe. That's why when Yahweh Shai, when he left them, and went up to the chariot, he went back up to the Father. They believed and they actually walked. They kept walking the right path, right? And what happened? They went through trials and tribulation. They were put to death. John, he went through hell here, which hell is like I say, it could be a state of the grave, or a condition or state, and he was going through hell. He went through hell. All right. So it says, "Do you now believe?" And it says, 32. It says, "Behold, the hour cometh." There you go. The hour coming. That we're in the last seconds of that hour. Okay, it said, but the hour cometh, ye is now come, that ye shall. Oh, all right, cometh, that ye shall be scattered, every man to his own, and shall leave me alone. And yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me. We were scattered, and our people, like say, we were lost, and now we're found. Okay. The Lord put us up, Most High put us up for a bill of divorce, and what happened? He brought forth his wife, and his bride is coming, which is, like you say, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is coming back. Read John 17. He says, "For they are thine and they are mine." Roughly paraphrasing. We were bought with a price. The elect. Kahallah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So let's keep going. John 16 and keep 32. It says, "Behold, the hour cometh, yea, is now come, that ye shall be scattered every man to his own, and shall leave me alone. And but yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me." All right. The Lord walked that path. You know what I'm saying? That's why, every man, have to work out their own salvation. He worked out his own salvation here on earth as a man, and walked the path of man perfectly. He had to show how to actually do how to walk perfectly on earth, okay, through the law. And no man has done that except one, Yahweh Shai. It says, Verse 33, these things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. So through his mercy, we can be delivered. He has overcome the world. That's why when he gave up the ghost on the cross, he said, "It is, it is finished." Then he gave up the ghost. He actually laid his life down for the elect, and through the Spirit, we know he walked. He had to go through what he did as King Solomon, right? But it says, "Be of good cheer, for ye shall have tribulation." All right, so we're gonna have tribulation, but we're gonna just keep pushing. We got to keep going because we should be a good cheer because we know the kingdom of heaven is at hand, and we know what is we know through Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and through prophecy, the spirit of prophecy, that we will be going through hard times, right? Let me get a scripture here. This is Salaki. I wanted to get John 15, around the 25th verse or so, but I wanted to get a quick scripture here. This is Sirach 2 and 1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, prepare thy soul for temptation." So if you come to serve the Most High through the Spirit, through Yahushai, prepare thy soul for temptation, right? So we're gonna have temptation as we've been going through. Now we're gonna go through a lot of tribulation, and temptation still is gonna be there. Okay. Tribulation and temptation. Tribulation can bring forth temptation. Why? Wanting to take that chip. We're gonna go through times where, hey, you're gonna have a lot of hard decisions. So either I'm gonna eat, or I'm gonna wait on the Lord to provide, or I'm gonna take this chip. I'm gonna have to go through times where you may be hemmed up, and they say, hey, you're gonna be put to death, or just take this chip. It's up to you. Now that's where we're gonna go, and you're gonna be, you can start having that feeling like, oh man, maybe the Lord ain't dealing with me. Maybe I need to take that chip. No, you're supposed to stay in good cheer, stay in that fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? You got to stay through wisdom. Quickly, let me get something here. But through these times, and I know I'm all over the place, but through these times, we got to have that connection with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8, and I kind of want to read 8 through 4. Just kind of skim through it. 1 through 4, I'm sorry. It says, this is Wisdom of Solomon 8. It says, starting at verse 1, wisdom reaches from one end to another mightily, and sweetly do she order all things. I loved her and sought her out from my youth. I desired to make her my spouse, and I was a lover of her beauty. In that she is conversing with Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, she magnifieth her nobility. Yea, the Lord of all things himself loved her. All right. And why do he love her? Because we receive the Spirit through that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And this is the stability of our time, Isaiah 33, right? It says, verse 4, for she is privy to the mysteries of the knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, through the knowledge of power, basically, because that's where we receive it. It says, and a lover of his works. So the lover of his works gonna prophesy. All right. The lovers of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai It's going to be cheerful because through his work, we see that the end is near of Esau's kingdom. And the and what's going to bring forth, we're going to get out these carnal bodies. We're going to get new bodies. All right. We're going to come and get the men that have dealt treacherously and deceitfully and violently to so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans and the nation of Israel that is scattered abroad throughout time. We're gonna come back and we're gonna the elect. We're gonna come back and we're gonna basically give them recompense, right? He who leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, right? Revelations 13 and 10. It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And we've been patiently waiting for these times, What did Matthew 24, the disciples, they wanted to know, hey, basically tell us when the time is near. We've been waiting for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Well, I want to get one more, and then we'll be kind of finished up here. This is John. Hey, Spirit, I've been reading John, so might as well stay in it, huh? This is John 15, and I'm gonna start at verse 22. All right, it says, "If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not sinned, but now they have no cloak of their sin." All right, and do you hear what you just listened to that? Okay, and if you read verse, it's going into the true vine. All right, that branch. All right, so listen. It says, "If I had not come and spoken," and this is Yahweh Shalaki, this is Yahweh Shai speaking. Okay, it's in red letters. It says back in John 15 and 22, "If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not sinned, but now they have no cloak for their sin. He that hateth me hateth my Father also." So the 2/3 that is not hearkening to the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai through his men and through his works was because we're seeing what's happening, but they don't understand and they don't know why this is happening. And they thinking, oh, it's the devil. Yes, Esau is the devil. All right. Second Thessalonians tell you that. Right? This is the son of perdition. I don't get, but Second Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 2 or 2 and 3. But yeah, it tells you. All right, and if you keep reading through that, like you say, it lets you know throughout that chapter. All right, and our people are the ones that came and they ain't gonna have no cloak because they don't want to hearken to the word. And what's gonna happen? Destruction will draw up nigh, and they're gonna be destroyed by way of thermonuclear destruction and by the way of the chariots, as we see on here. What does it say? The chariots of the Lord is going to be. Matter of fact, let me get that here. Sloppy. I think that's Psalm 70, 60. Bear with me. This is Psalms 68. 68 and 17. Yeah. Psalm 68 and 17. The chariots of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai are 20,000, even thousands of angels, and Yahweh is among them. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. as in Sinai, in the holy place. Okay. And now, the temple is a people, right? Jerusalem people before it's a place now, right? So when that day come, they're gonna see thousands upon thousands of angels. They're gonna see the fathership that Yahweh Shai is gonna be on, and every eye will see him, right? So we're gonna go through some troubling times, right? And I want to get these. This is John, back in John 15, verse 24. If I had not done among them, okay, I'm gonna start back at 23. He that hateth me hateth my Father also. 2/3. If I had not done among them the works which none other man did, they had not had sin. But now have they both seen and hated both me and the Father. And here's the thing: we we've been out there for years and years. And I'm speaking as the body for multiple years, right? Preaching what's going on, preaching prophecy, telling our people to turn back to the Lord, tell them that if the collapse of the economic system is going to happen, said the mark of the beast is going to occur. All this has been said, but what has happened? Nothing. Our people just wax worse and worse, right? That's why Micah 2:10 says, "Come out of her." We supposed to come out of the ways of this kingdom, the ways of wickedness, right? But our people don't hear. Our people won't forbear, so destruction will come upon them. Lord willing, through the mercy and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, I'll be delivered, and like say the rest of the men of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that's in the truth. Lord willing, we stay in, and the number be delivered up, because we're at these times. And okay, let me read on down and let me end this. Slocky. It says back in John 15, it says, if I let me see. Okay, 25. It says, but he cometh to pass that the word might be fulfilled, as it is written in the law. He that hated me without a cause. So they hated the Lord without cause. They said free Barabbas. Because what did Pontius Pilate say? I see nothing. I see no law that this man has broken. I'm roughly paraphrasing, but Pontius Pilate said, "Hey, why y'all? Why I don't got nothing to do with this." And when they said do something about it, he said, "Hey, I don't see nothing that he's done for him to be put to death, basically." But our people forced it, right? They said we'd rather see a murderer, and that's what's gonna come. Prepare yourself for temptation when you step into the house of the Heavenly Father, and prepare yourself for tribulation. And the Lord will deliver you. Like I say, His men will eat, but it's gonna be time. Hey, they'll try to throw you in some camps. You know what I'm saying? Kicking in your door. Hey, again, the Lord may have us flee in the wilderness and get through things. But like I say, through the Spirit, we know we're gonna be covered. But the ones, like as it says here in verse 22, that have heard the word and constantly hear the word and they don't care and they keep going, there won't be no cloak for their sin. And who could sin? The nation of Israel, right? Who was given the law, statutes, commandments? That was the nation of Israel, who was down when Moses came down from the mountain, and was provided the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, so let me finish this out. It says, but when the Comforter is come, when I will send unto you from the Father, even the Spirit of truth, which proceedeth from the Father, he shall testify of me. And ye shall also bear witness, because ye have been with me from the beginning, since the foundation of the earth. Okay? So that's why we should be in good cheer, right? That's why we should be in good cheer. So John 16:33 is a beautiful scripture, as well as every word in the book, because We got to take the bad with the good because we've done a lot of bad things in Israel. But we'll be redeemed, right? I want to. Should I get one more? Cause I like that, because we was with them from the beginning, and we're gonna be with them at the end. This is bear with me. First Peter 5:1. It says, "The elders which are among you I exhort, who I am also an elder and a witness of the suffering of Mashiach, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed. Feed the flock of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, nor for filthy lucre's sake, but of a ready mind." Right? And the ready mind, we got to be ready for what's about to happen. We got to be ready for that tribulations that's coming about. Okay, we got to be ready and prepare spiritually, and we will get through it physically. All right. It says, verse 2, "Feed the flock of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof by not restraint, but willingly, not for lucre, but a ready mind, neither as being lords over God's heritage, but being examples of the flock." So we're being an example, preaching the word, don't quitting pork, right? Leave a man's wife alone. The laws of the righteous. But like I say, we're in good cheer and just keep pushing because we're almost out of here, brothers. Like I say, just keep pushing. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bahashem. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Wahab Kakadash Brakatham. Hey, Shalom, Israel.